Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this gorgeous 1995 Mercedes-Benz S600 flagship sedan for you today. This will be a test drive and driving impression video of this amazing sedan, which happens to belong to me. I've owned this vehicle for several years out of my own personal collection. Put many of my personal vehicles up for sale. They are amongst some of the cleanest and nicest examples of what they are out there available. One of my favorite vehicles that I own. V12 engine. We're going to be giving this thing a good test drive and taking you along with us for the ride so that you can see and hear everything that we see and hear. Now, we also do have an in-depth walk-around video of this vehicle where we demonstrate its many functions and features and go through the ins and outs of the car. Make sure you catch that video as well. We'll include links to both videos in the description portion of the ad anywhere you see this vehicle for sale. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and hop on in and get started. Thank you for joining us. Got 111,592 miles. Get our hazards off here. Turn our headlights off, we don't need them. We'll go ahead and get started. Folks, driving one of these S600s is just an experience. The 320 version of this vehicle, 320 version, 420 version, 500 version, they are brilliant within themselves, but the 600 is just something else. The amount of power, smoothness, sound, comfort, pin you to your seat, acceleration with minimal noise is just something else. Driving one of these, the best way I could compare it to is you feel like you're in a building, you're inside the house and the whole house is moving. This vehicle just has so much mass to it and so smooth and comfortable that it is like nothing else you've ever experienced. That silver star at the end of the hood just makes you feel good, reminds you you're driving a Mercedes-Benz. This is the top of the line model, folks. Doesn't get much better than this. Completely stock with the exception of the AMG wheels. This thing really gets up and goes. Those AMG wheels, monoblock, all chrome wheels, took some effort to get. I actually had to buy an entire car in order to be able to get those wheels. And in California, we can't do much re-chroming over here. It's against our EPA regulations. So we actually had to send those out of state. I had them redone. Those wheels cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. Wrapped them in Continental tires. I oftentimes switch and alternate between Continentals and Michelins on vehicles that I like to drive. I actually tend to prefer the Continentals. On more collector vehicles that I like to store, I go with Michelin just because of the name, but I actually prefer the Continental a little bit more in the way it performs and handles and ages. It ages a little bit better than the Michelins. This vehicle is so smooth going down the road. It's 60 miles per hour, going through some twists and turns. It's just butter smooth and makes you feel like a better driver than you really are. Passing power is abundant. You have all the power in the world available to you. Very smooth, very quiet. Virtually no outside road noise whatsoever. You leave the outside world outside where it belongs. The vehicle does not pull to the left or the right. Steering wheel is dead set, centers 12 o'clock when you're going straight. And folks, this next stretch of road over here has a lot of potholes, uneven surfaces, and rough roads. And we'll see how this S600 handles it. It's going to handle it like an absolute boss. I have not put a ton of miles on this vehicle, a few thousand miles since I've had it. I've owned it for many years. I am a Mercedes-Benz collector. I have devoted most of my life to collecting these fine beauties, improving them, bringing them up to absolute potential after finding the best specimens to begin with. And then thereafter, what I do is I store them in a climate-controlled warehouse. I start them once a month. I drive them around outside the parking lot, put them back in the warehouse. I change the oil once a year, regardless if the vehicle has any miles on it or not. And I keep up with the maintenance. The cost of storing these vehicles has become a little cost prohibitive for me. Making some changes here and getting rid of a lot of my cars. So For those lucky people who are able to buy these cars, you know, I don't want to brag, but you're probably getting some of the nicest examples of these cars in existence. I'm never going to even try to rebuy these because honestly I don't have the patience or the will to ever get them in this condition. 0 to 60 acceleration run here. We'll do a 0 to 60, how fast we can get up to 60 going up a hill with the AC blasting. I'm going to start out just at about 50% throttle, 60% throttle, 70%. Man, that's pin you to your seat power here at 60 miles per hour before you know it, and 70. Before I could even take my foot off the accelerator, once I hit 60, it already hit 70. Very smooth, very quiet, folks. Again, if you've never driven one of these, you owe it to yourself to drive one. However, if you're not interested in buying one, please don't drive mine. I am attached to all these vehicles, and I'm looking for serious, interested parties only. Not a ton of these 600s made, very rare, very rare, and also very hard to find on this black and black color combination with these monoblock black wheels. I'm sorry, chrome wheels with black center caps, rather. I apologize about my phone. They ring at just about every 3 or 4 minutes. I should have known better and silenced them. Anyway, folks, as we make our way back here, if you've enjoyed our video thus far, please do consider giving us a big old thumbs up. Make sure you slam that like button. We would also love it if you subscribe to our channel. We really are concentrating on growing our YouTube channel this year, and we cannot do it without your help. So please like and subscribe, and then make sure you hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified of all of our future videos. Whether you're in the market for a new used vehicle or you just enjoy my reviews, I'm going to have a whole lot more special cars coming out of my collection, so make sure you hit that bell icon. That way you'll see all these special goodies. Folks, for those of you watching from out of state or out of town, do also want to remind you we do have affordable nationwide shipping and transport services also available. So don't be shy. Give us a call and we'll get you a quote on what it would take to get this vehicle from our doorstep to yours. Trade-ins are welcome. Extended warranties are available. Come on down and see us. If you have any other questions, concerns, comments, anything that wasn't covered in the videos or the ad, or you just like to speak to a live person, you can also get me on the phone by dialing area code 916-765-7575, or find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website at directautooutlet.com. Folks, as we make our way back to the lot here, last couple blocks, I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us and investing your valuable time, sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. I certainly do appreciate it. I know your time is valuable. I appreciate you spending it with me and my car here. And by the way, his name is Heinz. I'm just a geek like that. I name all of my cars. This I present to you is Heinz, just like the ketchup. Folks, as we pull in here, we'll go ahead and back up into a stall. Come on out and see the rest of my goodies. Hint, hint. Another 500 model right down there with only 45,000 original miles. That's also out of my collection. E-Class next to it, 50,000 original miles. Many of my vehicles are one-owner vehicles. Come on out and see us, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.